Look, Apple tried something wildly ambitious with the original iPhone Air, but let's be totally honest, it kind of bombed. That ultra-slim design looked incredible in marketing photos, sure, but living with it in real life was a completely different story. Buyers quickly realized Apple shaved off way too many everyday features just to make the phone thin. A single camera on the back, disappointing battery life, and a sky-high price tag meant a lot of people took one look and walked away. Now, fresh leaks about the upcoming iPhone Air 2 show that Apple is frantically trying to fix every single mistake from round one. If these new reports hold true, this second version looks like the exact phone Apple should have handed us from the very start. So let's jump straight into the biggest fix, because that rear camera setup on the first model was honestly painful. On the original Air, Apple handed buyers a lone camera lens on the back. For a phone pushing a premium price tag, that felt like a massive disappointment to a lot of people. Leaks indicate the iPhone Air 2 is finally adding a second rear camera, bringing a proper ultra-wide lens into the mix. That means you will finally get wider landscape shots, better family photos, and way more shooting flexibility without being forced to spend extra money on a Pro model. This single upgrade brings the Air lineup so much closer to the standard iPhone, instead of making it feel like a stripped-down prototype. For years, Apple tried convincing everyone that dual cameras were a high-end luxury. Now they are doing a complete U-turn because they realize buyers simply refuse to pay premium money for half the features. Next up, let's address battery life and overheating, because those were massive deal breakers on the first generation. A paper-thin phone looks awesome when you unbox it, but nobody wants a device that dies by lunchtime. Recent leaks reveal Apple is boosting the battery capacity from roughly 3,149 mAh up to nearly 3,500 mAh. That is a pretty noticeable jump for a chassis this skinny. A bigger battery means actual screen time, longer video playback, and far less time scrambling for a wall charger during your workday. Even better, Apple is reportedly adding a dedicated vapor chamber cooling system inside the Air 2. The first Air had basically zero internal thermal management, meaning heavy mobile gaming or extended video recording turned the phone into a literal hand warmer. Adding a vapor chamber will help spread heat evenly, keeping the phone running smoothly even when you push the processor hard. Under the hood, processing speed and efficiency are getting a huge upgrade as well. The iPhone Air 2 is expected to run on Apple's upcoming A20 chip built on an advanced 2nm process, with some rumors even pointing toward the more powerful A20 Pro chip. What does that actually mean for everyday use? Apps will open faster, heavy games will run smoother, and power consumption will drop significantly. On top of that, Apple is testing a brand new OLED display technology that makes the screen panel thinner while drawing much less battery power. You might not spot the display tech with your naked eyes, but your battery percentage at the end of the day will definitely show the difference. When it comes to the overall look, do not expect a dramatic external redesign. Apple is sticking with that super thin, lightweight body that made the original Air stand out in the first place. Instead of changing the outside, they are focusing entirely on fixing what sits inside. That means anyone who loved the sleek look but hated all the hardware sacrifices might finally get the experience they were hoping for. However, the future of this entire product line is still hanging by a thread. Reports suggest the first iPhone Air sold way below Apple's internal targets, which created a ton of debate behind closed doors. Some tech insiders believe Apple is giving the concept one last shot with this second model. Others think if the Air 2 struggles to sell as well, Apple could quietly kill off the ultra-thin category altogether. That makes this launch way bigger than a routine yearly update. It is literally a make-or-break moment for super-thin phones at Apple. On top of that, considering Apple's future CEO John Ternus personally introduced the original Air, this lineup holds extra internal weight. If the Air 2 turns out to be a massive success, it becomes a key win linked directly to Apple's next era of leadership. Finally, let's talk pricing and release timing, because those details are still causing plenty of discussion online. Some reports claim Apple might raise the starting price by $50, bringing it to roughly $1,049 because of the extra camera lens and vapor chamber cooling. On the flip side, other leaks hint Apple could actually drop the price down to around $899 to lure back customers who stayed away from the first model. Right now, both pricing ideas are being weighed, and Apple has not locked in a final decision. Current leak timelines point toward a spring 2027 release date, launching right alongside the iPhone 18 and iPhone 18e. If all these upgrades turn into reality, the iPhone Air 2 could finally prove that ultra-thin phones can work without driving buyers crazy. What do you think about these changes? Would you buy an Air 2 at $899.9, or are you sticking with the regular models? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.